The sun dipped low, its orange hue bleeding into the dusty streets of my mind. Questions ricocheted within me, louder than the hymns rising from the congregation. I sat among a sea of fervent faces, their certainty a stark contrast to my own inner turmoil. Jesus is the answer, they proclaimed. Yet those words danced like a riddle, elusive and layered. In that moment, I was lost in a maze of uncertainty. My struggle with faith, a heavy burden I couldn't shake. It was a moment of profound struggle, a journey that many of us have embarked upon. I craved substance, a foundation beneath my wavering feet, not just a name mumbled in prayer or a simplistic mantra. Just as I found wonder in the inner workings of a car, I couldn't grasp how to steer my life on vague assertions alone. How could I navigate toward Jesus when I didn't even know how to truly look? The weight of my uncertainty was heavy, and I longed for a solid ground to stand on, a place where my faith could find stability. This longing for stability is a universal human need, a yearning that resonates with all of us. Each conversation offered a glimpse, an opening, yet I entered a bewildering maze. Faith in the cross, trust in the resurrection. The words swirled around me like confetti in a storm, bright yet chaotic. Then came the plunge into darkness, a gut-wrenching reminder that faith can falter, revealing the fragile nature of those convictions. The ground beneath me shifted, clarity eluded me. I felt adrift amid a sea of unanswered questions, surrounded yet isolated. Despite the comfort others seemed to find, I was lost in the chaos, feeling the weight of my isolation in the midst of a crowd where everyone except me seemed to know how to look to Jesus. It was a lonely struggle amidst the apparent certainty of others. This feeling of isolation is a powerful emotion, one that many of us have experienced in our own spiritual journeys. Determined, I began to backtrack, seeking the first century Christians, the ones who walked, talked, and lived with Jesus. I painted their struggles and triumphs within my mind, imagining their fiery spirits as they faced trials head-on. How did they keep sight of Jesus amidst their hardships? Alone in my dimly lit room, I let the teachings of Jesus wash over me, his words urging me to lean in, to truly listen. I could almost hear the cadence of his voice, guiding his disciples through the ancient texts of the Torah. When I finally embraced those teachings, clarity surged within me. Life transformed, bursting with colors of purpose. I pictured the early Christians, hands worn from work, but hearts alive with faith, grasping tightly to the commands Jesus revered. As I stepped outside, the world felt simultaneously known and fresh. The wind rustled through the trees, carrying whispers of ancient laws, their roots deep with enduring hope. On sunlit days, I wandered with a sense of peace, fortified by the teachings of Jesus, ready for both gentle breezes and fierce storms. My struggles took on context, woven into a rich tapestry of history and wisdom left by those who had walked before me. With each surprise, life tossed my way. An anchor of timeless truth steadied me. The outer chaos faded, leaving only the steady heartbeat of the Torah, a compass guiding me through every season. Trusting in the Torah became my understanding of looking to Jesus, not as a promise of an easy journey, but as an assurance that Jehovah, the God of Israel, would either walk with me through fearsome valleys or lift me from them entirely. This truth, tested through centuries and intertwined with the essence of faith, outshone the confusion brought on by man-made dogmas, such as the rigid interpretations and practices that had clouded the true teachings of Jesus. And in that realization, I found my conviction. I only need the Torah, for in clutching these teachings, I rediscovered the Jesus of truth and purpose.